Hello, you 200 plus cinemaniacs. Welcome to another episode of Retro Review right here on Movie-matic. Let's talk about Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Back in 1994, a movie dropped that didn't just break the rules, it ran them over with a convertible while quoting the Bible and debating the ethics of foot massages. That movie? Pulp Fiction, a cinematic fever dream of violence, cheeseburgers, divine intervention, and the greatest dance scene ever performed by a hitman and a mob boss's wife. Today, we're cracking open the briefcase and diving into the movie that made Tarantino a household name and made us all irrationally afraid of accidentally shooting someone in the face during a casual car ride. Before we get started today, I just wanted to appreciate all our 200 plus subscribers who have stuck with us through thick and thin. Thank you so much for always watching every single video we make on this channel. We appreciate you and we love you. If you haven't yet joined the family, please do take a few seconds and subscribe right now to Movie-matic. Alright, let's get on with it. For Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino was just a guy who worked at a video store and made Reservoir Dogs, a low-budget crime flick with more blood than budget. But that debut caught enough attention for producers to ask, hey, what else you got? Tarantino, alongside his longtime writing partner Roger Avary, had this twisted, non-linear crime meets philosophy meets pop culture idea. They pitched Pulp Fiction as a love letter to the cheap paperbacks and noir magazines of the 1950s, the kind with lurid tales and too much cigarette smoke. Miramax took the bait. With a budget of about $8 million, the cost of one modern Marvel character's eyebrows, they gave Quentin the freedom to go full Tarantino. What they got back was part gangster saga, part moral puzzle, part philosophical standoff over what a quarter pounder with cheese is called in Paris. Explaining Pulp Fiction's plot in order is like explaining a Tarantino foot fetish. Complicated, slightly disturbing, but undeniably important. The movie's told out of sequence, looping around like a cinema Mobius strip. We follow two hitmen, Jules and Vincent, as they retrieve a mysterious glowing briefcase for their boss, Marcellus Wallace. Then Vincent takes Marcellus' wife, Mia, out for what should be an innocent night and ends up jabbing her in the chest with adrenaline, as one does. Meanwhile, we get a side story involving a boxer, Butch, who double-crosses Marcellus and ends up in the most uncomfortable pawn shop situation imaginable. There's also a diner robbery, some casual philosophical banter, and a whole lot of hair gel. It's like a jigsaw puzzle made of profanity, violence, and unexpected wisdom. And somehow, it all works. Let's talk cast, because Pulp Fiction didn't just assemble stars, it resurrected careers. John Travolta was in Hollywood limbo post-Grease, and look who's talking. Enter Tarantino, who cast him as Vincent Vega, a heroin-shooting, dance-floor-dominating hitman. Suddenly, Travolta was cool again. Samuel L. Jackson as Jules Winfield delivered monologues with biblical fury and Jerry Coyle confidence. He didn't just chew scenery. He served it on a plate with righteous indignation and a side of Kahuna Burger. Then there's Uma Thurman as Mia Wallace, effortlessly stylish, darkly funny, and more iconic than 90% of Halloween costumes. Add in Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames, Tim Roth, Amanda Plummer, and even Christopher Walken delivering a monologue about a very special watch, and you've got a cast that eats every scene alive. Pulp Fiction was written by Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avary, though the final product feels like pure unfiltered Tarantino juice. Tarantino directed it solo, and if Reservoir Dogs put him on the map, Pulp Fiction made that map burst into flames and quote Samuel L. Jackson. Tarantino's style was unlike anything Hollywood had seen. Non-linear storytelling, pop culture references as character development, long conversations about nothing that somehow means everything, and a soundtrack so cool it could wear sunglasses indoors. And let's not forget the violence, stylish, shocking, and often funny. Tarantino made headshots look like punchlines, which, let's be honest, probably says something about us for laughing. Premiering at the Cannes Film Festival, Pulp Fiction won the Palme d'Or, aka the artsy-fartsy Oscar. Critics lost their minds. It was immediately declared a masterpiece, a genre bender, and possibly the reason film students started wearing black and talking about structure. On an $8 million budget, it made over $213 million worldwide, a massive haul for a film that doesn't feature any superheroes, except you count the wolf, who fixes problems faster than a speeding bullet. The movie earned 7 Oscar nominations, winning Best Original Screenplay. The Academy, of course, didn't let it take home Best Picture, but honestly, history did. So many fun facts, so little time. For starters, that glowing briefcase? No one knows what's inside. Tarantino says it's just a MacGuffin. Fans? They say it's Marcellus Wallace's soul, or Gold Bar, or the lost plot of Inception. Take your pick. The iconic needle to the chest scene? Shot in reverse to make it look real. Yup, Travolta actually pulled the needle out of Uma's chest and they reversed the footage. And that accidental Marvin headshot? Completely scripted. But still somehow it feels like the most chaotic oopsie in movie history. Also, the dance scene? Unrehearsed. Just Travolta and Thurman vibing like it's the coolest wedding reception ever filmed. So what set Pulp Fiction apart? Structure, for one. The whole non-linear narrative wasn't just a gimmick. It turned the film into a puzzle you enjoyed solving. Characters you thought were dead come back, storylines loop, time bends. It's like a Tarantino mixtape with blood on it. And then there's the dialogue. Who else could make you sit through a 5-minute conversation about foot massages and still be glued to the screen? Tarantino proved you could build tension without action. Just a diner booth, 2 people, and a gun under the table. And let's not forget the music. From Miserlou to Girl, You Be a Woman Soon, the soundtrack slapped before we even had a word for that. It made retro music feel modern and made everyone want to buy a record player they didn't even know how to use. Pulp Fiction wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural detonation. It changed how stories were told, how dialogue was written, and how cool a Royale with cheese could be. It's weird, it's violent, it's philosophical, it's hilarious. And nearly 30 years later, it's still the blueprint for every film student's over-ambitious short film. But tell me, what do you think about Pulp Fiction? What were your greatest moments in the movie? Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please do like and share, and also subscribe to Movie-matic. And if you enjoyed this particular retro review, click that notification bell so that you know when a new retro review drops right here on the channel. Till next time, be cool, honey bunny.